Hello and welcome back to the garden, everyone. This is the Glades Garden Girl, your creative cultivator, over here in Zone 10A, Florida. In today's video, I am going to show you how to cut a barrel if you do not have a saw. Did y'all know you could actually cut a barrel without a saw? Probably no, probably you didn't know. So I'm going to show you how to do that because I have a lot of kitchen scraps that I have been saving for some time now, and I need to start a bigger compost, so I'm going to use one of my water barrels that I have way up yonder. All right, so let's dive right into the video. So I have 4 water barrels right here. These 3, they have pipes on them, so whenever they're full I will just turn on the pipe and my water is easily accessible. They also have these pieces of mesh on the top of them where the mesh prevents any form of debris from falling inside of it and mosquitoes from breeding inside of it. Now this one does not have any cover, and a lot of times I can see a lot of mosquitoes down in there in the water, so I'm going to be using this one because I have that one over there that I'm going to be setting up the very same way I did these. So this is the one I'm going to be using. So there's water in it right now. I was taking out the water to put in the barrel. Whatever is left, I'm just going to, throw it away because I don't have any time to fill up other containers because I'm really in a hurry right now. Ain't got no time for that. So let me just take out some more of the water, pour the remaining balance out, and then show you exactly what you can do to cut your barrel if you do not have a saw. Alright guys, so because I just washed the outer part of the barrel, I'm gonna leave it for a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes the most, to see if I can get it dry, because I'm gonna be using a marker to take some measurement on it before I start to cut it. And it is wet now. Cannot use the marker on the wet barrel. Alright, so we'll see you in a few minutes when it's dry. Alright guys, so instead of sitting around and wait for the barrel to dry, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the things that I'm going to be using in this project today. All right, so first and foremost, you have to protect your eyes, because when you're cutting this barrel, pieces of the barrel can actually fly, get into your eye, and you know that's not going to be good. I also have a, where did I put it? All right, this is my tape. It is 16 feet long. I have some gloves that I would recommend you wear. It's not necessary, but it is also a protective gear that I always try to wear whenever I'm doing outside projects. This is a piece of elastic. It's not that stretchy right now because I had it outside around another barrel, and I'm going to be using this to make the mark around the barrel when the time comes so I can cut it easily. I have my marker, of course. I have a drill, and I'm going to be using the drill to make a hole in the barrel so I can put the blade of the saw down in there to cut it. This is a saw that I'm actually going to use to cut this barrel today. However, this video is to show you how you can cut your barrel without a saw. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. I'm going to tell you how to do it and show you what the results are. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is to measure our barrel to see how long it is. I already know that this barrel is 36 inches long. Yes, it is 3 feet, so it's 36 inches long. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to mark the barrel 18 inches to the center, all the way around on the barrel, which I have already done. I have some little black dots on it. So now after I do that, I am going to use my piece of elastic and I'm going to tie it. I'm going to tie it on the barrel. Oh gosh, I only hope that I can stretch it all the way around because it broke when I was taking it off the other barrel. So I'm going to tie this all the way around the barrel, and then I'm going to bring it down to where I have the marks on the barrel. I hope it's tight enough. Alright, so I now have the elastic. First off, hold on, I was going to take that off, but I don't think I have to. So you're going to pull your piece of elastic down to where you have the marks on the barrel, and this is how you're going to mark the barrel all the way around so you can cut it evenly in half. And this is a must, because if you're going to be cutting the barrel without a saw, you need to have these dots on the barrel, or the mark, not the dots, the mark on the barrel, so you can know exactly where to use the drill to cut the barrel. All right, so I have now I have now placed the piece of elastic on the dots. So now I'm going to be joining the dots together with the help of this piece of elastic to guide me so I can have a straight line on the barrel. Join your dots. And if your elastic is not in place, you need to get it in place because you need to have a straight line. My part might not be so straight. All right. Okay. That part is done. So you're now going to turn over your barrel and you're going to use your drill to make a hole in one of the dots. Wherever you have your dots, you can just make a hole in it. All right, now because I'm going to be using my saw to cut the barrel, I am going to use this bit right here. I'm not even sure what size bit this is, but I know that the saw blade can actually go through this hole right here, and then I will just cut the barrel. I have gone a little bit out of the way because I got distracted. All right, so this is what you do if you are going to use a saw. Now, if you're not going to use a saw, all you are going to do is to get a drill bit, a 7/8 drill bit, and wherever you have your line on the barrel, you are going to be making holes all the way around on the line that you mark on the barrel until you're done. And I'm going to show you some examples of how I do that before I actually start using a saw to cut my barrels. I did not get this 100% because for some reason the saw was not staying in place. And I'm actually not done with this as yet. I'm just going to show you the results of the barrels, how they look when I use a 7/8 bit to cut it without the saw. Okay, now my peeps, so here is one of the barrels that I used the drill bit to cut in the past. It was very time consuming, but I had to do it because I didn't have a saw. Here is another one. I love how the edges actually look. They just have this kind of like little semicircles on the top of them. Here they are. This is how I used to cut my barrels before I have a saw. So it's a 7/8 drill bit. Maybe you can use a bigger one if you want to take less time to cut them, but it can actually work, and that's how I used to cut my barrels before having a saw. See, I have evidence right here. Quite a few of them I did before I purchased my own saw. I didn't want to interfere with my husband's tools that he used for work, because you know, if I break it, I just bought it. All right, here it is. All right, guys, so now that you have seen, I hope that is enough evidence to show you that if you do not have a saw, either a skill saw or one of those big saws that like maybe commercial saws to cut your barrels or containers, you can use a drill to do it. As I said before, the bit that I used was a 7/8 bit, but I think you can use bigger bits if you want to. All you have to do is just to have the mark on your container all the way around, and you just continue drilling the holes until the container is separated. And you have it in half, or if you want the top part smaller than the bottom, whichever way you want to cut your barrel or your containers, it's totally up to you. All right, so I have now come to the end of this video, so I would like to use this opportunity to thank all of my returning subscribers, and for my newest subscribers, welcome on board. I appreciate you. Thanks for your continued support, and as always, This is the Glades Garden Girl, your creative cultivator over here in Zone 10A, Florida. My number one priority on this channel is for us to save as much as we can as we grow as much as we can. So my goal is to salvage, repurpose, and to create new ways to garden instead of just doing it one set way or just using one method. You know, recreate stuff and have fun in the garden. I have to go now because there are a few more things I need to get done, and the sun is up, and as you can see, I am sweating a lot. All right guys, so thanks a lot again for coming by, for stopping by. I will see you soon in another video, and remember to have fun while gardening. I know it can be very challenging sometimes because I don't even feel like coming out here a lot of times. So have fun, all right? See you soon in another video. Bye bye.